I told you already. Durk literally had me let me know he's separating from OTF. So if I'm putting out that message specifically for Lil Durk, hey, it's time y'all to get y'all together because Durk about to do him. You mean to tell me that these niggas don't know that? You mean it took for me to break that story for y'all to understand that Lil Durk, what, is getting the fuck out of there? The plan was, hey, go in there, kill Lil Durk, and bounce up out of there and take some shit. Because one thing that doesn't make sense is, why did y'all kick the door open instead of trying to pop some locks? I done hit licks before in houses. And one of the things we used to do is we used to knock on the door, see if somebody was there.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, let's keep in mind, right? I don't know how valid, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know how valid this story is. This guy that I just put in the beginning, I don't know how valid his story is, right? Neither do I think he know how valid his story is about a possible backdoor. But I've been telling y'all for the longest in these videos that I've covered with OTF, whether it's Mimo 6ix9ine, Boss Top, or any one of these guys, I told y'all that it was some kind of friction over there, and some of you agree, but majority of you come and y'all comment, y'all want to say I'm clout chasing, I'm doing clickbait, I'm just looking for views, and so forth and so forth, and I'm cool with that. But one thing I know for sure, and two things for certain: what's done in the dark shall always come to light, right? And a lot of these bloggers are now coming out and saying, oh, there must be trouble at OTF because it had to be someone close to him to get in his gated community and know where he lives and blah blah blah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now: there's no such thing as coincidences, right? But let's speak hypothetically. One, let's say coincidentally ops found out where Durk lived, right? Coincidentally. Two, let's say coincidentally they got past security in the front gate of his gated community. Alright. Three, let's say coincidentally they know exactly where Durk lived out of every other house in this gated community and then go straight to Lil Durk's house. That's way too many coincidences, and it's too accurate. Now, don't you think, right? Matter of fact, how about this? How do they know when and which time to execute this home invasion? Now, reports came out also that these guys snuck in through the woods. All right. Now, let's put that into perspective. How did they know where the woods were located to even know how to get through there, right? And to magically appear at Lil Durk's house out of all houses? Matter of fact, better yet, how did they even know where Lil Durk was staying at? Listen, it's too many questions, right? And I could go on forever. Now, I played the video in the beginning pointing out a possible backdoor because when I say it, some of you like to think I'm chasing clout, but it's obvious now that it's not just me seeing what's going on. I'm just the first to say it, and people wait until something happened on TMZ or whatever news, social media, whatever, to validate it, and I'm cool with that. Y'all know the people who always chose to take that first leap and do something first, it's always ridiculed until it finally comes out, and then they praise you afterwards, right? Anyway, a lot of y'all are confused because y'all will see the signs of these guys having some type of tension amongst each other, but y'all see them say on Twitter or Instagram that everything is fine, and that's, y'all just run with that. Y'all believe everything is fine. These guys post each other, repost their music, but y'all gotta understand how the music industry along with Hollywood and all that stuff works. You got actors, right, that used to be on set with each other and literally hate each other guts, but once them cameras start rolling, they look like the best of friends. Alright, look at one of my favorite shows, Martin, for instance. It came out that Gina and Martin was actually on bad terms with each other because Gina accused Martin of being a little too touchy-feeling while they was on set. But guess what? Every time you seen that show, you could not tell that they was going through a personal situation like that. Or how about when Cameron and Jim Jones and the whole Dipset was beefing over that G-Unit situation that Jim Jones pulled, and we all knew that it was tension. We all knew that they pretty much broke up because there was no type of communication with him. But guess what? They said it was not. Jimmy went on Hot 97, told you they was good, all that, and we all believed it. The next thing you know, Cameron and Jim Jones started dissing each other back and forth, and it was a whole big thing. This is how the industry goes. The industry is a job. So they'll act like everything is okay to keep the money and the image going, but behind scenes, really, they don't be messing with each other. Alright? Don't watch what they say. Look at their actions. In previous videos, I pointed out tweets and Instagram stories from Muwop, Memo600, and Boss Top that clearly indicated that there is something up, but y'all chose to believe different. And it's crazy because soon as King Von died, right? Almost everybody in OTF that we knew started putting up allegations of feeling like the back door is open, or feeling like they can't trust people close to them, or feeling like people that's close to them want them dead, and so forth and so forth. Come on. The proof is in the pudding. My thing is this: if an op kill any one of your guys, you're not going to bring up nothing about a back door, because you know that that's not what it is. If you get into it with an op and something happened, they are not going to talk about a back door or trusting friends, because everybody know that he or she was killed by an op. So why do you need to bring up anything about a back door? Pay attention, y'all. Now, not to mention, right, the reports say that all this took place around 5 a.m. All right, 5 a.m. That's 5 in the morning. Now, if y'all know anything about the streets, for me to try and execute a home invasion on somebody's home at 5 in the morning, that means I had to drop, and it sounds like they was coming for his life rather than coming for any type of possessions. It's not like they came in sneaking and doing. No, they came in, they said they kicked down the door and they came in blazing. But this leads me to question a whole bunch of things, starting with the management of the gated community. They told news that they are unsure how these suspects got in and out of this gated community, and predicted that maybe they came through the woods. Now, this is mind-boggling, because if you pay attention, right? If I'm paying to stay in a gated community, that means I'm paying for the comfort of being secured and in a gated environment. So when suspects slip in and out of a gated community without a trace and nobody knows anything, that means they have failed me. And I wonder actually if there's any legal action that could be taking place against the residents, because they failed to do what they told me, told Lil Durk and them, that they could protect them. They failed that. Just think if this situation would have went left and the suspects or Durk and India would have been harmed or killed. Who would be to blame then? And them using the woods being an excuse is very invalid, because whether they did or not, if that's the case, then as a resident, how am I supposed to feel safe knowing that criminals could slide in and out of my gated community through the woods? And I don't know if some of y'all know how gated communities work, but almost everybody knows each other. So if someone would have looked out of the ordinary and popped out at a random time at like 12, when everyone's up, they'll usually call the authorities or, police, whatever, because they got their own little police. Whoever policed that area, they would have called them ASAP, because you look out of the norm. And I'm sure the suspects knew that, which is why they came at 5 in the morning. You got to remember, these are people who leave their homes unlocked. They let their kids run around outside freely. Just things that we wouldn't do normally, but it's because they pay for that security to live in a gated community, to feel protected. All right. Now, also, as much as this could be a true story, it could also be a fabricated story for publicity stunt purposes. We know how the entertainment world could be, and honestly, some of the story does sound like a movie script straight out of a Mr. and Mrs. Smith scene. The way they say he had to run, grab 2 guns, and pass one to India, and then he had one, and then they started blazing together. Come on. But like I said, I like to be fair up here and explain all possibilities on this here platform. It could have happened. It could have been fabricated. Who knows? But the thing that I also want to point out that a lot of news and bloggers are actually leaving out: the feds. The feds. Why were the feds at Lil Durk's home? Once again, I'm explaining this video because I don't think a lot of people getting it, because I don't see nobody talking about this. The feds were at his home, not the police. The feds. The feds are not supposed to come to no little. Now, it wasn't a little situation that occurred, but once again, the feds only come when there's an investigation or something like that. They don't just come out of the ordinary, or maybe they might pick it up. You see how the feds picked up FBG Duck's case? They usually pick up a case after they, they feel that it's worthy, because not everything is worthy of going to the feds. That's federal. It's not state. It's two different things. So my thing is, why were the feds there? And after we asked that question of why were the feds there, what did they accumulate? What evidence? What investigation did they execute? Because they said that they got a search warrant for his house. What did they find? It's been out on all platforms, and it's been said by all bloggers, all social media, all news, that Lil Durk was in fact shooting a gun. Keep in mind, Lil Durk is a felon. Keep in mind that Lil Durk is fighting a case that he caught with King Von. Keep in mind of all these things. See, these are the things that we are forgetting about. So, what does this say for Lil Durk in the future? Is he going to serve some time? What about his old case? With his old case, is he going to be found, guilty because he's already been associated with another situation? Now, even though he's a victim, so to say, in this situation right here, he still was shooting a gun. And that could hurt him in his previous case. Sad to say. So, let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Do y'all feel Lil Durk was backdoored? Do you feel that any type of legal action is going to be taken against him in the future? Maybe he had to serve time because he was shooting a gun? Let me know how y'all feel in the comment box below. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as y'all keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.